There's a rule in true crime: when there's no body, there's no case. No confession. No justice. That's how Jared Mills got away with 3 murders. He was charming. Careful. Invisible. A ghost behind the wheel of a gray Uber. And then he picked up 14-year-old Abbie. She was supposed to be his last victim. But something happened that even Jared couldn't predict. She came back. Not alive. Not quite dead. Just enough. Part 1: The Man Behind the Wheel. Jared Mills was the kind of man no one looked twice at. Clean-shaven, mid-40s, wore polo shirts and drove a silver Camry with an air freshener shaped like a pine tree. He was a 5-star Uber driver in a sleepy town called Dunlow, just outside of Springfield. He worked the night shift, mostly. Quiet college kids. Tired nurses. He made small talk. Remembered faces. Always smiled. But between pickups, Jared was scouting. 3 girls went missing between April and June. A 16-year-old walking home from band practice. A 13-year-old last seen waiting outside a fast food place. And a 15-year-old who never made it back from tutoring. There were no signs of a struggle. No DNA. No witnesses. No video. Just nothing. Until the night Abbie went missing. Part 2: Abbie's Final Ride. Abbie Moore was 14. She just started high school. Loved drawing, old horror movies, and kept a little sketchbook in her backpack everywhere she went. That Friday night, she was at a sleepover. The girls had planned movies and snacks, but Abbie got into a fight with one of them and decided to leave early. It was around 10:42 p.m. Her phone was at 1%. So she used her friend's iPhone to request an Uber. The ride came in 4 minutes. Gray Toyota Camry. License plate ending in 719. The driver's name? Jared. Abbie waved to her friends as she slid into the back seat. She never made it home. By morning, her parents had called the police. A town-wide search began. But they were already too late. Part 3: The Ghost Driver. The investigation was slow. The Uber app didn't show the ride. Jared had used a spoofed account linked to a burner phone. Police checked traffic cameras. Nothing. Until a local gas station owner stepped forward. He remembered seeing a gray Camry pull in around 11:10 p.m. that night. A teenage girl had gotten out of the car. She looked upset. She argued with the driver. Then got back in. Surveillance footage confirmed it. It was Abbie. That was their first break. The license plate was visible for 2 frames. Detectives tracked it to Jared Mills. They brought him in. He didn't flinch. Didn't sweat. Said he'd never met her. Said his car had been parked in his garage all night. No fingerprints. No blood. No body. They couldn't hold him. So he walked free. Part 4: The Girl Who Spoke Without Speaking. Weeks passed. Then Abbie's mom remembered something strange. Abbie had recently gotten a smartwatch for her birthday. Detectives pulled the account data. And suddenly, Abbie started speaking. Her heartbeat was recorded until 11:26 p.m. that night. Then it stopped. Flatline. But here's the part that still haunts everyone who's seen the file. At 1:38 a.m., more than 2 hours later, her heart rate spiked again. 42 seconds. One sudden burst. The signal came from 16 miles away. An industrial storage yard just outside town. And there was more. The watch had recorded a voice memo. It was faint. Distorted. But unmistakable. A girl's whisper, "Mom. I'm in a basement. He said he's coming back." He lied. Part 5: the trap. That was all police needed. They set up a sting. The storage yard was rented under a fake name, belonging to none other than Jared Mills. He used it to store tools, tarps, a second vehicle. Detectives waited inside a surveillance van for 3 nights. On the 4th, Jared showed up. He was carrying a shovel. SWAT moved in. They arrested him without incident. Still calm. Still smiling. Inside the storage unit, they found horror. Hair. Scraps of clothing. Blood splatter under black paint. And on the wall, etched into a beam with a shard of glass, were 5 words, "He can't hide forever." Part 6, Aftermath and Answers. Jared was tried for the murder of Abbie Moore and the 3 other girls. Prosecutors presented the GPS data, the smartwatch heart recordings, the whispering voice memo, and physical evidence from the storage unit. Jared said nothing. He was sentenced to 4 consecutive life sentences. Abbie's body was never recovered. But what she left behind, data, recordings, that message on the wall, was enough. One detective called it, the first murder case solved by a dead girl's heartbeat. Interlude, smartwatches that solve crimes. Abbie's case isn't the first time a smartwatch helped solve a murder. In 2018, in Australia, a woman named Myrna Nielsen was killed. Her Apple Watch recorded her heart rate spiking during a brutal attack, disproving her daughter-in-law's alibi. That alibi unraveled her whole case. In California, a Fitbit logged a woman's heart stopping, hours before her husband said he found her. It convicted him. Wearables are becoming silent witnesses. They don't forget. They don't lie. And sometimes, they speak when no one else can. Closing, the girl who came back. They never found Abbie's body. But they didn't need to. She had already spoken. Through a signal. A heartbeat. A whisper in the dark. She was supposed to be another lost girl. Another name on a poster. Another cold case in a box. But Abbie wasn't ready to be forgotten. And because of that, neither was Jared Mills. If this story moved you, subscribe for more true crime cases where the dead are never really silent. And justice is always watching.